Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Watchers, and this movie came out in 2024, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. This movie is directed by Ishana Night Shyamalan, M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. This is her first feature film, and it stars Dakota Fanning, and I'll say this much about the movie: she was good. Like, I liked following her. Her character always sounds like she's talking the same throughout the entire movie, but it makes sense in the context of the film because her character's like kind of depressed. So that much is clear, and there's some ideas in the movie that I do kind of like, and most of my positives for this movie are just conceptually. There were things about this movie that I found could have been improved a lot more, and it just didn't do it in a way that I found to be good. Like, characters are literally just thinking out loud to themselves where no one's around, and I just found that to be kind of odd. And the little gag of the one bird just keeps saying, "Don't die," or whatever. I don't remember the line. I'm paraphrasing. That never landed for me. I never really liked that joke. The way information in this movie was presented visually, I found to be just leaving a lot to be desired. Like, I was just imagining, like, this could have been shown a bit better than how it eventually turned out. And I can't really get into too much detail because I don't want to spoil anything. The visual effects in this movie don't look very good. There are CG birds in this movie, and I honestly couldn't tell if they were supposed to be birds or bats. And they just never once felt like they were a part of the environment. I also didn't really find this movie to be scary in the slightest. Like, there was one part that looked kind of cool. Like, that's kind of a creepy image that's effective, and it was one shot in the movie, but sadly, that's the only part of the movie that stood out to me as kind of creepy and well done visually. I didn't really like any of the characters in this movie. I just found them to be idiots and just making illogical decisions that I wished could have been improved on. And the third act of this movie I found to be incredibly drawn out. Like, this movie had two third acts almost, and that was kind of weird. I kind of like what we got out of that conceptually, but in execution, I just really did not get behind any of it. I wasn't really a big fan of the slower pacing of the film. I just didn't find it to be beneficial to the overall film. There was a flashback sequence in this movie that is very important to our main character, and the way it was executed was just so goofy to me that I kind of laughed at it. Not just because how it was shown visually, but also it could have been easily avoided if that one character did one simple action, and they just don't do that for some reason. And what makes it even more frustrating is that you could have communicated this information in a way that wasn't complicated or anything. Just one or two lines of dialogue. Like, a character could have just said that they were in a hurry. I don't really think that's spoiling anything. Like, if you had just had a character say that these characters are in a hurry, it would have been fine. I was kind of taking issue as to how these characters knew all of these different rules to this universe, but without spoiling anything, the movie does explain itself, and the way this information is presented was fine. I wasn't upset with it. And there are some, like, nitpicky things that I have with the movie that I just wished was done a bit better. But I'm not going to mention those things because I don't want to spoil anything. Because this movie, you can spoil it. And that's about all I have to say about The Watchers. It wasn't good, in my opinion. I didn't really enjoy it. It had some interesting ideas, and I just wish that it was done a bit better. Like, there's nothing in this movie. There's nothing, like, terrible conceptually, in my opinion. But it just needed a better script, I feel, overall. Had that happened, then I think this movie would have worked a lot better for me. So, unfortunately, I can't recommend this movie. I just don't think it's that good. And With all that being said, I'm going to give The Watchers a 3 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of The Watchers, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Star Trek First Contact. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.